No, I don't do mornings,
Why?
especially in the summer.
Why?
Why would I want to set my alarm and wake up and talk to you?
Because I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie.
You just live in the wrong time zone. It's
I
afternoon
don't
for you, and
live in
you're
the
the
wrong
morning
time zone.
person.
It
This is
is.
backwards.
It's 12:18 right now, and we are rocking with episode 22, Creating Connections podcast. Gitomer certified advisor Mitch Taylor with my co-host, the lovely and talented Vickie Musni.
Non-morning person.
Yes, not a morning person. Not a morning person is Vickie. So on today's podcast, we're going to talk about confidence and how much confidence do you really have? How do you know if you're confident or not? And where's that fine line between confidence?
Confidence and arrogance.
No, that wasn't what I
Yes.
was going to say. Normally, you read my mind really well, which is
Oh, I
pretty
think we
scary.
need to hit that.
But confidence and cocky, another C word. That
Hmm.
I love the Kid Rock song "Cocky," and
Yes, you
if
do.
you listen to the words, it's a great
Does
song.
that
But
song come on sometimes in the room when you walk
when I
in?
walk in, it should. But
Uh-huh.
as Kid Rock says, it ain't bragging if you back it up. I think I edited a couple of words there, but that's okay.
You
So,
think?
confidence, and this is something I've exhibited, or not exhibited, I guess. I've seen so much.
Possessed?
No, I've just seen it so much lately. I think a lot of DJs, which is funny, right, compared to what we know DJs to be, and that is, they are confident in their performance skills. I rock, and everything else. But
Hmm.
yet, when it comes to presenting themselves to their audience, to their client for the first time, they tend to be a little more timid.
Is some of that what we're seeing? Maybe because we are, as an industry, finally taking some steps in the right direction to raise the bar a little bit, and that maybe they're realizing, maybe I have more to learn.
Yes, I think you get caught in the. I know I get this way too, and please don't think this is a holier than thou thing. It certainly is not. I get caught in an area where I'm like, whoa, well, I don't really know how to do that, but you know what? I need to make that leap. I need to take that risk because
And when
I
you're with a
know,
client, sometimes you have to take that leap on the
yeah.
fly. You don't have time to think about. You can't hesitate. You have to just say, "Oh yeah, I can do that."
Well, it's funny you said that because Jeffrey Craig Cyber runs Total Entertainment out of New York, and a good friend of mine. I've known Jeffrey for a few years now, and he did a seminar back at the first ADJA summer show back in Chicago in 2009
Mm-hmm.
on becoming a millionaire DJ or something like that was the topic. Jeffrey runs a multi-million-dollar company in New York, and one of his statements that I completely disagreed with then and still for the most part my stance is weakened on it, but I still for the most part follow my line of thinking back in '09. And his statement was just tell the client yes and figure out a way to do it next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of it. I think in regards to tangible items that might be okay. Get this lounge furniture or get this backdrop or things like that. Tangible items, I think that's probably
Yeah,
okay.
I
But
can see
for
that.
talent, I'm still not a big fan of that. I'm not going to book a talent that I don't already have myself personally, and everyone's different how they do business. But Jeffrey exuded confidence in that and saying, just tell them yes, and you'll do it, and you'll gain the sale, and you'll get their business, and figure it out later. Um, so kudos.
Well, I think there's a lot of factors that go into that. And you remember a few months ago when I shared on the podcast that I had received an email from a guy that I met on a plane, and we
Yes.
talked about just that connection that we made, and basically his question was, can you come and do a personality workshop training for my engineering company?
Cool.
And I kind of went through that process,
Right.
and I'm thinking, okay, I speak a lot to wedding professionals, to DJs, and other
Sure.
event people. I've also done a lot within the school district, and I've done trainings for that. But that was my arena in my past life before weddings, and but I'm like, God, an engineering company? I've never done this. And like my closest experience is that my dad is an engineer and two of my brothers have engineering degrees. But I had to make a choice. Am I confident in my skills as a personality trainer? Absolutely. And I had a couple months to do some research
Absolutely.
on their company and the specific needs. But I had to make a call. And my answer to him was exactly that. It was, of course I can do that. And I did that training 2 days ago, and
Okay.
it went great. Was it perfect? No. Did I
Right.
get some valuable feedback on things that I would like to do differently for other engineering groups? Yes, of course. You know, but did I give them their money's worth? I think so, because after the training was done, they were saying things like, can I get some of those pictures you took of the group for our newsletter? I'd like to put it in the intercompany letter. So could you do this for our other offices? How would you tailor this for some of our larger offices? I mean, could you do this workshop for a group of 100? So that kind of feedback says they thought it was valuable.
Yeah.
And part of that was me taking a leap of faith and saying, I can do this for their audience. And it came back to, am I confident enough in myself and in my own abilities and in my training? And can I draw from my other experiences and add in some research and give them a quality product? And I think, the same is true. Sometimes it's a matter of looking back and saying, well, I've done this for so many clients. And, I have these resources that I can draw on and I've got time to plan,
Yes.
but it takes a lot of effort. And I
Yeah.
spent a lot of time preparing for this. And it was different kind of preparation than
Yeah.
when I'm preparing for a DJ show because I've done those before. It's different.
Sure. Absolutely. It's imperative to put in the work, right? And when you put in the
Absolutely.
work, just like you did to prep for this training for the engineer group in Vegas, then you instill more confidence in yourself
Yes.
because you've got the work done. And I
Yes. So
think
now when their other office in a different city calls me and says, can you do this? I can say absolutely and not get that knot in my stomach.
it's important. I can't stress enough that you took the time and effort and energy and put in the work to make sure you're prepared. You can't just have that confidence. Yes, we can do that, Mrs. Jones, and then fly by the seat of your ass and then be like,
No,
no.
I watched videos, I read newspaper articles, I read press releases on their company and the
Yeah.
kinds of projects that they were working on. Did you know that you can use a byproduct of beer making and actually use that in a water purification plant? Sorry.
Did not know that.
So what this
Learn
specific
something new every
company
day. It's awesome.
does all only water related engineering.
Cool.
That's a really unique niche, but a big deal with all of the drought issues that we're facing out west.
Absolutely.
So anyways,
Absolutely.
yeah, I did my homework.
But confidence, I think you go back to that confidence thing, and you're right. We are growing up ever slowly as an industry, and we do have amazing
Baby
opportunities
steps.
out there for you now in regards to workshops and all the six facets of any business, sales, marketing, planning, production, performance, and operations. And it's amazing.
Someday I want to be able to say those six as fast as you do.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
Those just roll
It's
off your
just
tongue, and I
something
get about
I've
halfway, and I can't remember the other one.
sales, marketing, planning, production, performance, operations.
I'll work on that. I'll add that to my homework list.
I just thought of another great seminar title.
Write it down. I wrote a seminar hour between 2 and 3
I
o'clock
just
in the morning this
realized
morning
that.
because I woke up thinking about stuff.
Just clicked in my head.
And yeah, you have to. Well, you're talking about workshops too.
Yeah.
And it made me think this theme of confidence because there's so many different times it's come up in conversations recently. And it reminded me of a testimonial that I got from a workshop I did a month or two ago. And a really great guy named Charlie, green personality, came to my workshop in Winnipeg. And at the end of the day, he had read my book beforehand, came to a 1 hour sales training the night before, and then did the all day workshop the next day. And then he wrote me this is the part of it. It says, as a fairly new business operator, my confidence has skyrocketed when I need to interact with clients. I've learned to find out what they're like before even making contact with them. And I just thought that's so cool. And to me, that goes back to why I do that part of what I do. And what you talk about is finding your why. And it reminds me so much of the Go Giver book that I just started listening to.
And finding your why, I want to make sure I give credit where credit's due. That I learned from Bill Herman. It is crucial. It's part of the process. And to me, it's a bigger step in the process. But you have to know your why. There's other steps that's in my new book as well. But it's important that you instill that inner confidence in yourself. And the only way really to get inner confidence. Yes, because
knowing your why is so directly tied in to confidence.
Yes.
When you get past this is about me, and whether we're talking about entertaining as a DJ or as a trainer and a speaker, it's not about me giving a performance. It's about my audience and what do I have to share with them? What kind of an emotional journey can I take them on? And, same thing with this engineering training. It wasn't the question of, well, what can I do to, impress them? It was how can I take my message to this specific group that has their unique questions and issues? And do I have the confidence that, what I teach is relevant and can benefit them? And that's what made that an incredible day.
Well, your income is determined by your client's outcome. And what you do to create that outcome will help instill confidence in you to do it again. And also from a standpoint of the confidence factor needs to be there through every single facet of your business, of the sales cycle, the performance. And the performance side, I want to talk about Jim Collins. If you haven't met Jim Collins yet,
yes.
Which I'm looking forward to meeting him upcoming in Vegas here. And man,
but you haven't met him in person either?
No, I haven't actually.
I haven't either. But he's a great guy.
He's a great friend of our former guest we had on the show, Big Daddy, and he's a great friend of Big Daddy's. And I know he actually shadowed Big Daddy at an event I think before. But
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, I would too. But Big Daddy introduced me to Jim, and Jim has a group on Facebook called Showcasing Your Talent as a Master of Ceremonies. Man, what a great idea. And, we've exchanged tapes before in the past or footage kind of thing. But again, Web 2.0, Web 3.0, be able to have this one source you can go into and just, put up something of yours.
Yep.
And have the cojones to be able to do that, number one. And then number two, to be able to get critique from your fellow peers. Now, again, you want to look at who you're getting critique from. Is this someone that you would consider a mentor of yours? Is it someone you consider that would be able to give valuable insight? I think you can learn anything from anybody, my opinion. I've learned...
You can learn something from anybody.
Anything, something, yes. Potato, potato.
No, because sometimes I learn from people things that I want to do, and other people I look at and I learn things that I never want to do.
Right. Yes. But Jim's group is great because it's free from drama for the most part, and guys come there to really just bear themselves essentially with their performance skills and be able to get critiqued. And it's a beautiful group, and I'm proud to consider Jim a friend and looking forward to meeting him soon. And so if you're looking for ways to improve your performance skills, that's an okay place to start. Again, consider the source.
Hmm.
I definitely think that's a good place to start. If you're limited on funds, if you're trying to get some ideas, I would also encourage you to take a class from a master. And
Yes.
there's several different avenues for that. The best performance class, one of the best I've ever taken, is the Marbecca Method workshops. And to me, you and I were in a workshop last July
Yep.
together in Mammoth Lakes, California. Had a wonderful trip, even though you made me drive after I'd been on the road for 24 hours or whatever the heck it was.
Dude, once I apologize and you extend forgiveness, you're supposed to
Yeah.
drop it, not bring it up again.
So anyway, take a performance-based workshop. I mean, look at Mike Lupo. Mike Lupo was probably one of the most skeptical guys going
Yep.
into that workshop. I mean, I can't tell you how many people he contacted because he was skeptical
So true.
of Mark's credentials and
Yep.
the quality that he would get for his money from the workshop. But he kind of threw caution to the wind a little bit. He did his research, don't get me wrong, he did his research.
No, he did lots of research. He
Yeah.
contacted so many people and said, well, was it worth it? What did you learn? How did you apply it? Would you do it
Mm-hmm.
again?
And because of that, he came to the workshop. I think Mike would admit this himself. I know myself, I'm being completely honest, would say that he held back a little
Mm-hmm.
in workshop because he was concerned about his ego.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's only natural, especially for your first workshop experience.
Yep.
But in any
It's a
format
scary
like
thing.
that, it's a scary thing. And we go back to confidence again, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
got to have that confidence to know that, okay, not only am I going to bear myself here in this workshop and my performances and get critiqued, but also that it's not going to get brought back and blown out everywhere. And again, I'm not giving specifics of Mike's performance at all because that's not what we do. The workshop
No.
is a safe place to grow and expand. And that's what you need to understand about any workshop. I don't care what facet you're.
Well, he's signed up for more since then.
Absolutely. And that was
Yeah.
going to be my next point.
And he posts
Absolutely.
about that. So we're not sharing anything that shouldn't be shared.
No, absolutely not. And Mike's a great guy. And I'm really glad that he chose to sign up for his silver MC workshop with Marbecca Method coming up here in March. So very cool to see.
No, he's good. Well, and the friendships that are forged in those workshops, because we've had wonderful, personal or professional conversations, but he also took a whole day off of life to drive me to Niagara Falls when I was in
Cool.
Toronto for the DJ show there. And he was like, "No, you're this close and you want to see it, I'll take you." And literally, he drove an hour from his house to pick me up at the hotel, and then 2 hours the other way, like passed back through his town to spend the day to take me in. I mean, that's just the kind of people that you find in this industry and the friendships that you make in those workshops. But I will admit I'm a little nervous about Randy's workshop, but I'm signed up and I'm going. I'm taking it in Vegas in a couple
See,
weeks.
this is the confidence factor. We're not talking about Sparkle Factor coming up, which will be a little party we're going to have at the Las Vegas DJ show. But
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
yeah, I'm looking
You
forward.
haven't met my Sparkle friends, have you?
I met Barry.
You met Barry,
Yeah, I
okay,
met
but not
Barry.
Jordan.
No, I haven't met Jordan.
Okay, because they're a duo. It's kind of weird, I think, to meet one and not the other.
Yeah, Barry came and took my Sales and Solutions workshop in Grand
Right.
Forks, North Dakota. So, yeah.
He was in my Winnipeg workshop as well.
Cool. But it was.
But we met in Toronto.
Nice. But now I totally lost my train of thought. What the hell I was saying?
Sorry. Sparkle, shiny things.
We were talking about confidence and how it's, the Sparkle Factor is going to be debuting in March, but we're going to have a little get together in Vegas in September. But the confidence thing, like you said with Randy, what you just talked about with Randy, you
Yes.
took that leap, you signed up.
I'm nervous, yeah, but I think it's important. And I care about improving myself, and he's someone that I totally respect and love learning from in a seminar environment. I just haven't made time or had the opportunity to take a workshop yet, and everything lined up to do that this time. And
I think as long as you go in with an open mind and you want to focus on becoming better and you let him mold, shape, and after the workshop, you can come back and be like, you know what? No, that doesn't work. But in the workshop, take it. Run with it,
Yep.
go with the direction you're given, and be a sponge. And that's the best advice I can give to anyone taking any workshop. If you want to improve your confidence, it's one of the biggest ways to do it, man, is to just get out there, put yourself out there, take a workshop, get critiqued, whether it be showcasing your talent as master of ceremonies. Again, consider sources, but also a workshop environment at one of the major shows upcoming. Please,
Hmm.
just do it, because you know what, your client and your wallet will thank you. It may seem like
Yeah.
a big investment now, but it'll pay dividends for you ad nauseum in the future. Seriously.
Hmm. Well, yeah, it sets you apart. And it's one thing to say I have training, but when your clients start seeing you implement the things that you've learned, it just gets the cycle that keeps on giving. It's yeah, I'm looking
Absolutely.
forward to it. I
Comp-
can be nervous and looking forward to it at the
of
same time.
course, of course, it's anticipation. But have confidence in yourself, dear reader, dear viewer. Have confidence in yourself, and please put yourself out there. It's one of the best
Mhm.
ways you can do to improve and work on to improve. Don't be timid. You got to get out there and do it. That is Creating Connections Podcast, episode 22. I'm Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
Certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
We will see you next time.